Hello and welcome from Trend Signal for our review of the data and events the week beginning the 1st of September, the start of a new week and a new month. So without further ado, let's just get straight to the calendar because there are a lot of data releases this week. As you can see, we've already had a number on Monday, so I won't refer back to those. But in summary, we've got a significant number of major releases, really 5 rate decisions from Australia, Canada, Japan, UK, and most importantly the Eurozone, purchasing managers indices in the UK and US, and obviously with the first Friday of the new month we have the employment report or non-farm payroll report from the US, which comes out on Friday. So let's just look into some of the data and just look what's going on. As I say, it's a bank holiday on the Monday. On Tuesday, we have our first rate decision from the Reserve Bank of Australia. And actually, I think rather than going through each of them individually, I can say that we are not expecting any change of rates from the Reserve Bank of Australia or the Bank of Canada, which are releasing their interest rate decision on Wednesday. So I'll jump to Wednesday. With the Bank of Canada rate statements, and no change there as well. In between time, we have got various PMI data releases out from the UK and the US, manufacturing and services PMI from both zones, countries I should say, that's the US and UK. On Thursday, so we're a little bit, we're slightly out of kilter by a day because of the holiday on Monday. So data that you'd expect to come out on Wednesday is actually coming out on Thursday this week. So let's just have a look at Thursday because it turns out to be a very, very important day. We have the asset purchase facility and the official news from the Monetary Policy Committee, our rate setting committee of the Bank of England. That comes out at midday on Thursday. We had 2 members of the MPC voted to raise rates at last month's meeting, which was a little bit of a surprise. But I think with lower than expected inflation and weak wage growth since then, I think we're unlikely to see any change in that voting intention. So I expect obviously no change there from our MPC. We then have the ECB announcement at 1:45, which is not really the main event in terms of the news there. We don't expect any change from the European Central Bank, but it's the press statement that accompanies it at 1:30 that I think will hold the greatest interest. There's been a very, very big debate raging about quantitative easing and other monetary measures that the ECB has adopted, and I think it's likely that they will not do anything, although, as I say, the debate rages. This is one of the pages from the FT on Monday. Will it happen and what next? And I think the consensus for now is that it's likely that Mario Draghi, the president of the ECB, will hold steady for now, and it's more likely that he will make statements to reinforce his intention to do whatever is necessary, to use that phrase used some 2 years ago. And the likelihood is, if they are going to engage in QE, that it'll happen at the end of this year. Nevertheless, the bond markets have anticipated a lot of that. Yields have collapsed significantly. So the Bund, for example, has rallied sharply. Certainly in August it rallied over 360 points, yielding now yielding 0.89% per annum. That's on a 10-year bond, which is extraordinary. And you can understand the comparison with Japan, and I know the FT referred to Mario Draghi as Europeans' Abenomics. So that's with reference to the Japanese attempt to reflate their economy. Anyway, we then have ISM non-manufacturing in the States, some more PMI data, as I say. There's quite a lot of that out this week. We also have the precursor to the non-farm payroll, the ADP data. That's normally out on a Wednesday with the Labor Day holiday on Monday. It's coming out a day later on Thursday at 1:15. This is a private company's view on the non-farm payroll. They do a lot of private sector payroll processing, so they have a pretty good insight. Can be a little bit volatile, but the numbers pretty much unchanged from the previous month. And so we jump to Friday for the official Bureau of Labour Statistics data on the employment picture in the United States. And we're looking for a pretty much unchanged number from the previous month, slightly up, in fact, about sort of 13,000. But given the sort of vagaries of the actual releases, it's pretty much unchanged to slightly stronger. And the unemployment rate dipping from 6.2 to 6.1%. So those are expectations. I think in summary, I think the main events this week will be on Thursday and Friday with those the data that I've just discussed. So keep your pencil sharpened for then. Thank you very much for listening. Bye for now.